Hey guys, Daniel here for Think Thursday, and I have a funny story for you today. So last Sunday I took a singing lesson, first time I did that, and I realized that I was trying to improve my singing, and I realized that I had to go back and start by learning how to breathe. So the whole lesson was basically, there was no singing, there was mostly breathing and learning to contract and relax certain muscles of the body. So, I spend my days here basically asking everyone to contract muscles, to relax muscles, and to breathe all the time slowly. So for me, that was a new experience. I realized I had to go back to basics to be able to improve anything from where I was, from where I am actually. I have to go back to beginning, back to basics, learn to breathe first. Learn to contract abdominals, let the lungs expand, relax the jaw, soft palate inside the mouth, and at the same time still sing at the right time, right notes. So almost impossible. I could barely breathe well, and it got so intense that at some point I got dizzy, like my head was light, and I had to stop and take a break, hold the wall. Take a few deep breaths to continue. It's funny, right? Because I've seen that so many times happening in front of me when someone's doing exercises. So, and then I had to think about exactly that. Sometimes when we are exercising, now you're probably thinking, why am I bringing that up? It's related to what we have to do sometimes when we get to a certain level exercising. If you want to improve certain things, you have to go back to basics. And usually when it comes to exercise, it's related to full range of motion, working range of motion, working endurance, working proper posture, right? Understanding muscles that you have to relax and contract. So besides that, we have nutrition, and that's another important point I want to bring here. How do we go back to basics when it's time to improve our nutrition habits? Well, go back to basics, learn to eat again. That's the thing. I was thinking about it a lot, and I realized that when it comes to food, to eating habits, it means bring some mindfulness to your eating. And so thinking about my past and how I did it. And because I grew up, when I was a kid, when I was a teenager, watching my mom losing her sense of taste and smell. So that took years, during her 30s, her 40s. It was happening slowly. It used to be something temporary that would happen sometimes. It got more and more frequent. She was always taking medication for it. So it was happening more and more, progressively getting worse. For years then the medication was not working as well anymore, and she knew that if she kept taking that medication it was going to stop working eventually. So for a few more years she was actually saving, so she was not taking her medication for most of the year. She was saving it for special dates that she liked, like Christmas. So because she knew that if she saved for that day it was going to work. But eventually she lost completely taste and smell. And I watched that. At the time I didn't really know how to assimilate that. It took me years when I was a teenager and then my 20s that I really understood it better. It really affected her life. It would affect anyone's life, because there was a lot of joy related to eating and social aspect of it. So later on, when I was thinking about my health, I had a few things that I considered in my life. So one of them, I had that impression that medication, side effects of medication or any chemicals in your body will cause certain reactions, and my biggest enemy became actually chemicals, additives, preservatives in foods. And when I wanted to improve my health, I decided that I wanted the perfect nutrition, perfect eating habits by eating everything 100% natural, nothing added, all natural, whatever that means, right? I didn't know at the time, and I still have a lot to learn. So that was one thing, and I wanted to eliminate any medication, and I had to go through a lot of changes for that, and I had to change what I was eating. So I had an option that is, there's two approaches for that, right? Because I wanted to appreciate my taste and smell. I could have gone for, okay, I'm gonna eat whatever I want, as much as I want. I don't care, because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it tomorrow. Oh, that's not very smart, right? When we talk about mindfulness, that's not the idea. A lot of people think that that's how it works. And that was actually my identity at the time for most of my life. It was I was like that. I was that person that would say, I don't care, I eat whatever I like, as much as I like, I don't care about rules. I was that person. I wouldn't make fun of anyone else that had any different habits, vegan, macrobiotic, anything like that. But my approach was different. So instead of trying to get everything I could, I actually appreciated my senses. So what I started doing was, well, every time I was eating something, I was thankful for the simple fact that I was able to taste that food or drink and smell the things. So that helped me so much when I was trying to make changes in my life. I understood that not everything is bad or good or bad. Certain things are just different. It doesn't mean they're bad. It doesn't mean they're worse. Right? And a lot of our likes and dislikes, all those things that come from education, from social influence in the environment, cultural aspect of it as well. So we grow up with those likes and dislikes. That is part of our identity as well, right? That's hard. It's really hard to change. So I had that big deep reason why I was paying attention and valuing my senses of taste and smell. So no matter what I was eating or drinking, I always thought, well, I have this privilege of being able to taste this food, to taste this drink. So that's what I consider the mindfulness that I had when I was trying to make changes. So that completely changed my relationship with food. And now that I'm talking about trying to improve and going back in time, rethinking everything, reviewing your relationship with food, think about mindfulness and eat with mindfulness. Taking the time to eat, taking the time to prepare the food, to look at the food, to check the colors of the foods, smell and taste whatever you are eating, and that will make a big difference if you're trying to get any changes to improve your health. So that's my message for today. Think about whatever you're trying to improve now. If you could go a few steps back, and start over, that will help you get to another level. So think about exercise. When it comes to nutrition, eat with mindfulness. That was the message today. Thanks for watching, guys. Happy Thinking Thursday, and see you next week.